Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Warcraft Adventures, Lord of the Clans. Possibly for the last time, because I have a strong feeling that we are about to end this adventure in this video, folks. So in the last episode we managed to kill Deathwing all by ourselves in an honorable one-on-one combat. Well, not really, but we did manage to kill him anyway. We then brought his head to the Dragon Queen Alexstrasza, who then promised us to help us with freeing Grom and the rest of the orcs held captured here in Durnholde Keep. And our mission is to infiltrate inside the Durnholde Keep, weaken its defenses, send the signal to Naskrel waiting with his forces somewhere, and once we have sent the signal, they will attack the keep with full force. And then we have to, of course, find and free Grom Hellscream, and also find Rend, Maim and Blackmoore and deal with them, one way or another. And with that, without further ado, let's continue with the rest of the game here. And let's see. Can we climb over the wall? Although that must be very risky and difficult. And there's a big, because there's guards here. Is that a crossbow that he's holding? It's kinda hard to see.
I've got to take him out somehow.
Troll, why did you just become invisible there? Is the game bugged? No, it's not. Okay, he moved.
Who goes there?
Oh,
Hey!
I got them. Okay, I guess that the game is glitched a little bit, but as long as we can play the game still, I don't mind it too much.
The drawbridge is up. The meeting must be taking place soon.
And moat.
That water looks foul.
Is that so?
I don't like the looks of this.
Why do you keep disappearing, Troll? Maybe I should reload real quick and see if that fixes the problem.
Who goes
Whatever.
there? Hey!
Okay, fine. I'm gonna reload real quick. It was this, right? Yeah, okay. So, what do we have here? We have this rotating kicked weaker thingy still, flint device, Wendigo trap, our axe, shovel, piece of carcoil. I don't think we have we used this for anything yet? I think we did at that one point when we needed to draw our own face on a paper. And Griffin egg, we haven't used this for anything, that I'm sure of. Dragon scale shield, jetpack. Oh, we could use a jetpack to fly over the wall. And we also got this new scroll from Drekthar, Eternal Damnation scroll. What is this about?
Eternal damnation. This powerful enchantment calls upon the darkest powers of the underworld to condemn the soul of any being to eternal unrest in the realm of the damned.
And required regent, blood of the victim who is to be condemned. I have a very good idea whose blood is it that we are going to use for this scroll, and who's going to be damned. Blackmoore, that's my wild guess. Or it could be Rend and Maim too. I mean, they were the ones who killed Troll's parents and all. So it could be them too. Assuming that we can use this scroll for two people at the same time. But now, so we could, I assume, use the jetpack here, but the guard is still going to be a problem. Let's see. He put it on, at least. Oh, the guard...
Great! Target practice!
Oh, he did notice. I was about to say that, isn't he seeing us? Okay, so... Now, what, we just go up here?
Flying past me? Think again!
Okay, we have to get rid of this guard. Why don't you fly over him and cut his head off? Like that.
This thing's almost out of fuel.
Hey!
Well, damn.
You're not allowed down there! You're the slave one escaped! You stay where you are!
Okay, another tower guard. Tower guard number 2 to be exact. I guess they don't have names. And luckily he's not calling for reinforcements or anything. He's just quiet there. Okay. Now, how to deal with you? Now, what is this? What is this vehicle here? Is this a ballista or what is this? Well, we can't interact with it anyway. Archway.
That archway leads into the main compound. He's got an itchy trigger finger.
Indeed. Drawbridge controls and powder kegs. And we can't just go and grab one right now, can we? Actually, yes, we can. Okay. So we got a powder keg. Nice. And we can use this to blow it up at some point, but not yet, I assume. Can we throw anything at the archer? Axe?
My aim's not that good.
Okay. Okay. Can you use the jetpack again, or do you need this to get out?
It's almost out of fuel.
Can we use the gunpowder here as fuel? Okay. I think...
It won't do anything.
Do I send this to this guard and then blow it up? There we go. My thoughts exactly. Okay, now everyone heard that for sure. Oh, and we also lowered the bridge.
That's the signal! Victory to the Horde!
Oh hey, the cinematic quality is better once again. Nice. Although the dragons were supposed to be red.
I hate these cowardly weapons. But this could prove useful.
Okay, I'm sure it will. But anyway, like I was about to say, the dragons were supposed to be red and not blue.
What was that explosion? We're under attack! Sound the alarm!
I'm
They
pretty
must
damn
be meeting in the war room. I'd better hurry.
I'm pretty damn sure that the explosion was loud enough alarm.
Well?
Rend and Maim. Somehow, I remember them. I remember it all.
Do we have a deal or not?
We do indeed, gentlemen.
Blackmoore. I should have known that he'd be the one behind this. All three of my worst enemies gathered together under one roof. Convenient.
That is my organization, agrees to pay you the sum of 5,000 gold per month in perpetuity. You will be given free rein to conduct your activities without fear of Alliance prosecution in the lands between Durnholde and Stratham. And you...
We will crush all attempts by renegades, such as the pathetic War Song clan, to remobilize the Horde against the Alliance.
And we will provide the Alliance with 100 orc slaves per month.
And you're sure that this can pacify the dissenters?
Yes, we paid the gnomes a fortune to produce the black ale. Any orc that drinks it will be stripped of his will and fighting spirit, and none can resist its effects.
I think you underestimate your own kind. What makes you believe all orcs will be susceptible to this liquor of yours?
We've been testing it for months in the settlements. Although some orcs were able to resist the effects of our first batch, we have at last brewed an ale that even the strongest orc cannot withstand. See for yourself.
Uglas!
Hellscream. No! More drink. More.
Any more questions?
So now, the oath. Take the knife and spill your blood into the bowl, human. Only then will we accept your final oath.
Lieutenant Blackmoore, sir?
I told you I was not to be disturbed.
Yes, sir, but we're under attack.
Rally the footmen and have the crews prepare the catapults. I'll be there momentarily. Gentlemen, we'll have to continue this later.
No! The pact must be sealed now!
Okay, so once again, very cool cinematic there, but I am disappointed
Battle
in
rages
one thing.
outside? We don't have all night!
I am very disappointed how they handled Grom Hellscream there.
Seal the pact now, or I will leave you to the slaughter.
I mean, the Grom Hellscream, the Warsong chieftain with the Iron Will,
Lieutenant? Afraid of a little blood?
was broken by mere ale. I mean, sure, it may not be normal ale,
Battle
but
rages outside?
it's still
we don't have all
ale.
night!
You don't break Grom Hellscream's will with just mere ale. That's just...
Seal the pact now, or I will leave
That's
you
just...
to the slaughter.
no, just utterly pathetic, to be honest with you. Grom, I expected so much more from you.
Battle rages outside?
damn riders.
We don't have all night!
But anyway, let's look around some first. So, Blackmoore.
He tried to break my will, but only made it stronger.
Can't say the same thing
What's
about
the matter,
Grom.
Lieutenant? Afraid of a little blood?
Rend?
He's the brains of the family. Looks like he was cheated by birth.
Maim?
He'll pay for what he did to my family.
Oh, they both will pay, alright. And also Blackmoore. And
Battle rages outside? We don't have all night!
Uxlov.
Pathetic lackey.
And lastly, and certainly the least, Grom.
What's the matter,
drugged him with that
Lieutenant?
ale.
Afraid of a
The stuff
little
must be extremely
blood?
potent.
Yeah, extremely potent. Very, very potent. And carved rune circle.
Battle rages outside? We don't have all night!
Rend and Maim must be invoking a blood pact.
Seal the pact now, or I will leave you to the slaughter.
Could you shut up, please? Ceremonial bowl of blood. Excuse me.
Rend and Maim's blood mixed together. Convenient.
Indeed, convenient for this, I bet.
What's the matter, Lieutenant? Afraid of
But
a
now-
little blood?
But what to do? Where is the crossbow? Didn't we pick up the crossbow earlier?
Battle
Why
rages
is it not
outside?
here?
We don't have all night!
Well, okay. I guess we don't need it then. So, what to do here?
Seal the pact now, or I will leave you to the slaughter.
Not sure what to do here. I mean, we
What's
don't have the
matter,
crossbow for some
Lieutenant?
reason.
Afraid
I
of
would
a
love
little
to,
blood?
but I can't reach it.
Well, can you, I don't know, throw this Wendigo trap?
The trap would be no help there.
Okay, fine. Piece of
Battle
charcoal.
rages outside? We don't have all night!
Not here.
Excuse me again. Can we use the scroll here now?
What's the matter,
scroll's not
Lieutenant?
prepared.
Afraid of a little blood?
Well, yeah, we do need the blood from there.
Seal the pact now.
It's a handy
or I
tool,
will leave you
but
to the
not
slaughter.
there.
Casks.
That must be the black ale I saw on the reservation.
So that's the stuff that they were drinking.
Battle rages
the
outside?
reservation?
We don't have all night!
I don't want to give myself away.
Candelabra.
What's
That
the
doesn't
matter,
look too
Lieutenant?
sturdy.
Afraid of a little blood?
Doesn't look too sturdy, you say. Can you throw this?
Not here. Not here.
Seal the pact now, or I will leave you
It's
to
a
the
handy
slaughter.
tool, but not there.
Seriously, and shouldn't we have crossbow here?
What's the matter, Lieutenant? Afraid of a little blood?
That seems like something that we would need here, but we don't have it in our inventory for some reason.
Seal the pact now, or I will leave you to the slaughter.
Do we use that?
No, I need to be careful with this thing.
Excuse me
What's
again.
the matter, Lieutenant? Afraid of a little blood?
We haven't used the griffin egg for anything in this game yet, ever since we got it, have we?
Battle rages outside? We don't have all night!
That's not a good idea. No.
God damn it.
Not here. Not here. Not here. Not here.
Okay, fine, not here.
What's
It's
the
a handy
matter,
tool.
Lieutenant?
It's a
Afraid of
handy. It's a
little
handy tool.
blood?
It's a handy tool, but not there.
And we naturally can't
Seal the
go anywhere
pact
from
now,
here.
or I will leave you to the slaughter.
Can I combine anything here?
That won't work. I'm positive this one. This just ain't working.
Just
What's
charging.
the matter,
I mean, they are
Lieutenant?
unarmed.
Afraid of a little blood?
Oh no. I've got something better in mind.
Have you now?
Oh no. I've got something better in mind.
Well, why don't you share it? What do you have in mind?
I'd rather use my bare hands.
Okay, I can respect that. But
Seal the pact now, or I will leave you to the slaughter.
is the game bugged? Because I think that we should have a crossbow here
Battle
right
rages
now.
outside. We don't have all night.
I would love to, but I can't.
And he just disappeared again.
I would love to, but I can't. No. He's so out of it he wouldn't even hear me.
Mm-hmm.
What's the matter, Lieutenant? Afraid of a little blood?
I've nothing to say to him.
Yeah, screw that guy.
I don't want to give myself away.
Okay, I'm very
Battle
confused
rages
here
outside.
right now.
We don't have all night.
Very confused here. We should have a crossbow.
Seal the pact now, or I will leave you to the slaughter.
We should have a crossbow here. I mean, it only makes sense to
What's
have
the
one
matter,
here.
Lieutenant? Afraid of a
I don't
little
want to give
blood?
myself away.
Should I just reload and see if we
Seal the
have
pact
crossbow?
now, or I will leave you to the
next time?
slaughter.
I'm really considering to just reload and just hope that we have the crossbow next time we get here.
Battle
Or-
rages outside. We don't have all night.
Okay, let's just make a save here. Let's make a save like this, okay. And then, how about we reload it like this? And no, we don't have it still.
I don't want to give myself away.
Okay,
Battle
so
rages outside. We don't have all night.
okay, I'm gonna reload the previous save and do the
What's
same
the matter,
puzzles and stuff
Lieutenant?
again to get back to
Afraid
this
of a
point.
little blood?
And let's just see that if I have the crossbow then. I mean, maybe this
Seal
is just
the
a graphical
pact
glitch
now,
or bug
or
or
I will
something.
leave you
So,
to the slaughter.
be right back. Nope, still don't have it.
What's the matter,
Still don't
Lieutenant?
have it.
Afraid of a little blood?
So either we have to do something with these items right here, or I am supposed to have a crossbow, but we
Battle rages outside.
but we don't have it in our
We don't have all
inventory for
night.
some reason. Okay, I guess I'm just have to try everything on, well, everything,
Seal
and
the
hope that
pact
something
now,
works.
or I will leave you to the slaughter.
But what could I possibly do here? Okay, folks, so I tried every item on everyone and everything, and none of them worked. So I'm 99% sure now that we do need the crossbow, but for some reason we don't have it in our inventory. So what I'm gonna do is to find someone else's walkthrough, read it, and make sure that we actually do need the crossbow here. And if we do need the crossbow, then I guess I'm just have to reboot the game as many times as it takes in order to make the crossbow magically appear in my inventory or something like that, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go and look for that walkthrough and read it real quick, so be right back. Oh, it's here! Fuck yes,
What's
the crossbow is here.
Lieutenant? Afraid of a little blood?
Now we are talking, now we are talking. I was afraid that I couldn't finish this Let's Play because of this bug or whatever. But hey, we got the crossbow now.
Seal the pact
Okay,
now,
so the
or I
question
will leave
is-
you to the slaughter.
What do we shoot first? Obviously not Blackmoore or any of these two
What's
because
the
we don't
matter,
have
Lieutenant?
ammo
Afraid
for
of a little
all three.
blood?
So do we knock this down? Yes. Oh. He just lifted it back up. Okay, and none of them seem to have noticed anything.
Seal the pact
Okay,
now,
so we do have more
or
ammo.
we'll leave you to the slaughter.
I just thought that we had only one arrow or something. It's still kind of amusing that none of them noticed anything.
What's the matter, Lieutenant?
Suspicious.
Afraid of a little blood?
No one noticed a flying arrow or anything. Okay. So...
Seal the pact
That
now,
won't work.
or we'll leave you to the
should
slaughter.
we shoot this first? The ceremonial bowl of blood?
No, I need to be careful with this thing.
Okay, fine. So we do have to shoot this down.
What's the matter, Lieutenant?
Maybe one of the casks?
Afraid of a little blood?
Because, you know, alcohol burns. Or alcohol is flammable, that sounds better. And no one noticed a thing. Because they are idiots like that. And now we knock this thing down. There we go. The fire looks terrible though.
Grom! Get out of here! Thrall? Go! Go!
And Blackmoore's running away.
Probably don't recognize me. I was wrapped in a swaddling cloth on the day you murdered my father, Duratan.
Duratan!
Yes, you remember. The two of you attacking a lone orc who was trying to defend his family.
Impossible! We left no one alive that day!
Wrong! You left me alive! I won't make the same mistake with you!
Indeed we won't. And so...
Douse the flames! We'll give you anything you want!
Can we talk to them some more, or does Troll
We have
really
gold!
care?
You can have it all!
Tonight you sleep in hell! Your treachery ends here!
Also, the names are wrong. This
Join
one is
us!
Rend and this is Maim.
We could use someone with your skills!
How about no? We pick up this instead. And then we use this blood to activate this scroll.
We have gold! You can have it all!
How about no and burn in hell instead?
22 years ago, you killed my father and my family. Now you've returned to sell out your race and your pride. Death's cold embrace would be too good for traitorous scum like you. I condemn you to living hell for all eternity. Damnare, Tal Gardala, Dul Infernus, Everno.
Holy shit! Oh my god.
Blackmoore! You can't run from me, you filth! Face me, coward! Nowhere to run now, Blackmoore!
I treated you as fairly as the other slaves.
Fairly? You treated us like animals, worse than animals! I'm going to make sure that you never terrorize another of my kind again!
No, don't kill me. Thrall, don't kill me. I'll shut down the settlements. I'll free the orcs in my charge. Anything!
Look at yourself. Your precious stronghold is burning down around your ears, and all you can do is beg. Understand me, Blackmoore. You're finished. Your twisted scheme is over. You don't deserve the honor of a warrior's death. You are nothing to me.
Don't you turn your back to me, slave! Ah! 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 It can't end like this. You're just animals. Animals!
Okay, and that was the end of the game there, folks. No credits or anything, apparently. But yeah, another very cool cinematic there. Okay, so my thoughts on the game, although I'm gonna say this right now, I am going to make more in-depth my thoughts on video of this game. But just to sum it up, there's two ways at how you can look at this game. Either you can look at it like I do, as a Warcraft fan, and as a Warcraft fan, I do enjoy this game a lot. This might actually be one of my top 10 adventure games of all time, simply because it's a Warcraft game, and like I said, I'm a huge Warcraft fan and a lore nerd. I could have easily made this Let's Play like 1, maybe 2 episodes longer, simply by explaining to you everything about the characters, what they have done, why they are such big deals, and all the other references that I noticed. I could have easily done that, and I did do some of that, but not a whole lot, because I didn't want to possibly bore you, in case you're not into Warcraft lore that much. And it was fun to see some of the most important lore characters like Troll, of course, the protagonist, Grom Hellscream, Orgrim Doomhammer, Blackmoore, Rend and Maim, Deathwing, Alexstrasza, and all of those characters. It was very fun to see them in a different way, from different perspective, and also they had different designs, or at least some of them did. The only one whom I didn't like was Zul'jin, because, I mean, come on, he was the warlord of the Amani tribe who united all the forest troll tribes into one powerful force, who could have easily defeated the High Elves if the humans didn't help them out. And he's actually so important troll character that they even made him as a hero in Heroes of the Storm as a ranged assassin. That's how big of a deal he is. And yet they reduced him to a mere shopkeeper in this game. That was the only thing that I didn't like. But all the other characters like Grom Hellscream and Orgrim Doomhammer were very badass. Well, excluding the part where we saw Grom in drunken stupor because of that drink. I mean, come on, it's Grom Hellscream, the orc with an iron will. A mere ale should not do that to him. But that's just me. And again, it was different time, so I guess I can't be too upset about that. And what other characters I liked? Well, I did like also Deathwing, simply because he was so chill and different than how he was in World of Warcraft, the Cataclysm expansion. Although the way how he died was not very impressive, to be honest with you. Blackmoore was also an interesting villain, an interesting character overall. Funnily enough, he has never made an appearance in Warcraft 3 or World of Warcraft at any point. He is mentioned in the Lord of the Clans novel, of course. He's in there, but he has never been in any Warcraft game ever, excluding this one, of course, because this game was never officially released. So yeah, it was very fun to look for all the some subtle and some not so subtle references to the to Warcraft lore and to other Warcraft games, Warcraft 1 and 2 more specifically, like the Death Knight, the first generation Death Knight in the Temple of the Damned, which by the way was a construction that you could make as an orc player, and that's the place where you build the Death Knight units. So that was the place where we were a couple of episodes ago. That was a very cool place to see, and I did like the Griffin Aviary place, with all the griffins and the dwarves, and that was also a very cool place to see. I really like that we saw some other races here besides just humans and orcs. We saw some dwarves and some gnomes, but we didn't see any elves in this game, funnily enough. I wish that we could have seen some elves, I guess. But hey, can't have it all, I suppose. And the second way to look at this game is more neutrally, more objectively. How does this game stand out as its own adventure game? Well, I do like the story a lot here. No matter if you're a Warcraft fan or not, I think we can all agree that the story, at the very least, is very cool in this game. I mean, you play as an orc who was raised as a slave by humans all his life. He escapes, finds his own orc brethren, finds his clan, and not only becomes the chieftain of his own clan, but also becomes the war chief of the entire Horde. And then you go and attack Durnholde Keep, where you were held as a slave, free the rest of the orcs, and kill all those who had wronged you. That is a very cool story, and not a very typical one for an adventure game. a traditional point-and-click adventure game. Not a very typical story, so I like it also because of that. Now as for the flaws, well, there's quite a few flaws in this game, obviously. For starters, the game looks very outdated, considering the year that it was supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out in '97, which was also the year when LucasArts released The Curse of Monkey Island, one of the last and one of the most gorgeous looking 2D adventure games ever released, in my opinion. But then the game, this game, Lord of the Clans, was delayed to '98 when it was finally cancelled, and in '98 LucasArts was about to release Grim Fandango, their first 3D adventure game. So not only was the gaming industry back then already moving towards the 3D technology, and this game looked outdated even when compared to the 2D adventure games released at the time. So yeah, graphically not very impressive, but it looks fine. It just looks fine. Just not anywhere near as good as, say, The Curse of Monkey Island did. And as for the puzzle design, it's very basic and uninspired, to be honest with you. Some of the puzzles in this game reminded me of some other puzzles from other games that I have played so far. Like, for example, that one puzzle where we had to capture the glowing eels inside the lantern so that we could use it as a lantern inside the dark Temple of the Damned, I think it was called. That reminded me of the puzzle in The Curse of Monkey Island where you had to capture fireflies for this makeshift lantern you then used in the lighthouse. I also remember watching Pushing Up Roses' video of this same game, where she also gave her opinions that whether this game would have been good if it was released at the time. In that video she mentioned how that one puzzle from quite early on in the game, where we needed the mirror in order to reflect the lightning beams or whatever back to its reflector so that we could go to the enormous workshop. That same puzzle with the lightnings or laser beams, whatever they were, and the mirror, that puzzle was already used like in 7 other adventure games before this one. I could be wrong on that. I should go and watch it again, and I highly recommend you watch it too. It's a very good video. I think I'm just gonna link it down below in the description so you can go and watch it yourself. But yeah, so overall the puzzles are very uninspired, not very interesting or fun, but well, actually no, it's not entirely true. There is some puzzles that I did like. I like the magical scrolls in this game. I think that one of the best moments in the game is when you can shapeshift yourself to look like a dwarf, so that you can go inside the Griffin Aviary. And that I think is one of the coolest moments in the game, so I do like the magical scrolls and the idea behind those. But other than that, the puzzles are not really not that interesting, unique or anything like that, and they are very easy too. Now, granted, like I said, I have seen a long play of this game before in the past, but that was like, I don't know, 5 years ago or so. So I did remember some puzzles in the game, especially from the start, but I didn't know or remember all of them. I also like the cutscenes in this game, although granted some of them did look, I think there was 2 cutscenes that looked very bad, but that's simply because the guy who is remastering the cutscenes didn't get to finish those in this patch quite yet. Oh, and also, in this playthrough I'm using the patch 2.1 beta version, I think, if I recall correctly. I forgot to mention that at the start of this Let's Play. So I like the cutscenes, and they really made me wish that there actually was a Warcraft themed cartoon show. It really made me wish that, because that would have been really, really cool if there was such a thing, but sadly there is not. But hey, at least we got this game. But now, is there anything else that I want to say before I finish this Let's Play here? I did mention the puzzles, the graphics, the story, characters. I did like some of the music in this game, especially some of those cutscenes. I even recognized some of the tracks from Warcraft 3. And voice acting. I also like the voice acting in this game, for the most part. The only ones that I didn't like was the gnomes' voice acting. I don't know, they just had that kind of voice that I didn't want to listen to very long. And luckily I didn't need to listen to that very long, but still, they are gnomes, so that makes sense, I suppose. And then the voice acting in the very first intro cinematic that we saw in the first episode, The voice acting there was also very, very, very bad. Hilariously bad even. But they wouldn't have used that one if they decided to release the game anyway. They would have used the second cutscene that we saw. I think that was everything that I wanted to say about the game right now. But like I said, I am going to make a deeper my thoughts on video of this game, talk a bit more about the game's troubled development, why it was cancelled, and whether this game would have been any good if it was released in 98 or even 97. I start working on that once I'm done with the one that I'm working on right now. But anyway, time to end this video and thus this Let's Play here. So, thank you for watching my Let's Play of Warcraft Adventures, Lord of the Clans, and see you next time in a new adventure!